Good evening. We were just musing on the power of memory, and you appeared, wanting to know what was going on. Well, I suppose you have to be greeted, don't you, because you're cultured creatures yourselves. Well, good evening. Do you know what we were discussing? Well, we were discussing memories. Do you have a memory? Of course I do. Luscious green. What we ate the day before. You know what I say? Well, what about the future? Brooding on having a family one day. Well, yes. I suppose you've got to get the council permission to settle down in a proper place. A planning permission. Of course we do. Yeah. Well, I was thinking about. What the problem is that. One thing, apparently the main thing that actually differentiates quadrupeds from bipeds is that we bipeds have an ongoing problem. Lots of problems, I will say. Well, the main problem is this. It's that when you have your time up, you actually return to the dust from which you came. That's it. Well, we have an ongoing problem. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, well, the soul comes out and on it goes for a long time. In fact, it can't stop going on and on and on. What's the problem with that? Well, you see, it's like this. You haven't got an answer for what you do. You just do what you've been told to do by the Creator. And you do it quite well, actually. But we do. I suppose that's logical. Yeah, well, the problem is this. We have a soul. And you know what a soul is? Oh, I'm not quite sure. That seems to be a problem of yours. Yeah, well, it's this. It's actually the capacity to reason and to react and actually to behave or misbehave and act accordingly and not accordingly and then face the consequences. Well, thanks for that bit of information. Yeah, well, anyway, I was thinking to myself, when we close our eyes, which aren't quite as big as yours, and we rest forever, then the eyes of the soul suddenly open. That's logical. Yeah, and then, that is the question, what do they see? That's your problem. We're getting to the essential. The next blade of grass. Yeah, well, okay. Well, you do your thing and I'll do mine. I see. A couple of you are still interested, so I'll read this to you if you want. If you have to. Okay, well, listen then, you who are listening. What is a breath that comes, but not again, upon an hour its own? What is a sigh upon the dark that is the mark of pain, ne'er more to be? What is the long reply to questions of all time upon this chime of seconds now unwound? What is to die and lie in lands unknown, where never rhyme nor reason of our brain can pierce this sky? Fair city, far beyond eternity, that shall not cease to be. What do now see these eyes now doubly blind? What history untold begins to unfold yond Chronos sea, where vision sees all well, and is it long from one short breath to death's old distant song? Well, you seem to be listening after all. It is a problem, you know. You can never really go wrong. But bipeds can. Awfully, awfully wrong. Because they've been given a bit that you haven't. A soul that can never, ever, ever cease to be. Good Good night. Keep it simple and teach us how to be as harmonious as you in our behavior on this good planet the Lord gave us to share. Night, night.